Greetings everyone. Welcome to my channel Inside Accountancy by Shakun. Today we'll be talking about Chapter 4 Change in Profit Sharing Ratio, and the contents in this video are change in PSR, adjustment of capital, and examples based on the above. Change in profit sharing ratio means when the existing partners decide to change the ratio in which they share profits and losses, that is referred to as change in profit sharing ratio or the reconstitution of the firm, which leads to dissolution of the partnership agreement and not of the firm. I have already discussed these topics, the issues which need to be considered at the time of reconstitution of the firm in my previous videos. For more details, you can click on the I button. Adjustment of capital. The partners may decide that the capitals shall be in the profit sharing ratio of the partners. Now, adjustment will be required to give effect to it. So, the partners may decide that the capitals that they have should be in proportion to the new profit sharing ratio at the time of change in profit sharing ratio. The partner whose capital falls short or has shortage of the required capital may have to bring more capital, while the partner whose capital is in surplus, he may withdraw surplus or the excess capital. The shortage or the surplus of capital may be adjusted through partner's current account. Moving on, adjustment of capital can be done by following certain steps. These steps are: step 1, ascertain the total capital of the firm. Total capital of the firm can be ascertained by applying this formula: capital of all the partners, the old capital of all partners which appears in the balance sheet, plus the revaluation profit, and in case there is loss on revaluation, that must be subtracted. So, by applying this formula, you will get the total capital of the firm. Step 2. Divide the total capital of the firm in the new profit sharing ratio. So, once you have the amount of total capital, that must be divided in the new profit sharing ratio. Since we are talking about change in profit sharing ratio, obviously there will be a new ratio. So, in that new ratio, you have to divide the total capital of the firm. Step 3. Balance the partner's capital. Now, how do you do the balancing? Basically, the total capital when divided in the new profit sharing ratio gives you the new capital of the partners. Now, this capital of the partners is the closing capitals, that is the balance carried down of the partners. So basically, how do you calculate the closing capitals normally in a normal question? You balance the debit and credit side. So CR total minus DR total gives you the closing capital or the balance carried down. But in these questions, the closing capital or balance carried down is pre-ascertained by applying this formula and dividing it into the new ratio. So suppose there are two partners A and B. So in the new ratio, the total capital will be divided and that will be the balance carried down of A and B, which should be written directly in the partner's capital account. Now, once you have written the balance carried down before balancing, obviously there will be a scope of balancing. So, when you balance the partner's capital account, if it is a debit side balancing figure, that is, the debit side falls short, in that case, the surplus or capital is withdrawn by the partner. So, if the balancing figure comes on the debit side, that means the capital is withdrawn by the partner. He has more capital and the excess capital is withdrawn. But if the balancing figure comes on the credit side, it is shortage of capital or additional capital which must be introduced by the partner. Moving on. The journal entries or the accounting entries for adjusting this shortage or surplus of capital would be, see, if the partner is having shortage of capital, that means he has to bring in more capital. When he brings in more capital, the bank account is debited because money is coming in, and the partner's capital account is credited because of the reason that this is going to increase his amount of capital. Now, I have also written concerned partner's current account because such adjustments, such shortage of capital can either be made through bank account by actually bringing the money, or it can be adjusted through partner's current account so that they may have an option of bringing in the money at a later date. So, concerned partner's capital is credited because capital is brought into the business. Whenever capital is brought into the business, the capital account is always credited because this leads to increase in capital. And depending upon the question and the statement in the question, we will write bank or current account depending upon the question. Similarly, for adjusting the surplus of capital. Surplus of capital means that the partner has more capital and has a scope of withdrawing the capital. Now, since the partner is withdrawing the capital, therefore his capital account is decreasing. Therefore, concerned partner's capital account should be debited. Now, if he withdraws the capital, that can be done either by actually withdrawing it through the bank or by withdrawing it at a later date, therefore transferring it to the current account. So these are the two entries which have to be passed in case of adjustment of capital. In case of shortage, partner's capital account is credited because it leads to increase in capital. He has to bring in more capital. And in case of surplus, he withdraws the capital. Therefore, his capital account is debited. And the adjustment can be made either by bank or by partner's current account. Now let's understand this with the help of an example. This is an example which I've taken. Ram, Mohan, Sohan and Hari were partners in a firm sharing profits in the ratio of 4:3:1. So this is the old ratio. Their balance sheet is given. Now I always tell you, whenever you look at the balance sheet, identify any kind of accumulated profits and reserves. As you can see, workmen compensation reserve is given here as 1,20,000. Rest, no other accumulated profit or reserve is given. So we have to make an adjustment for this workmen compensation reserve. From the above date, the partners decide to share the future profits in the ratio of 1:2:3:4. So this is the new ratio. For this purpose, the goodwill of the firm was valued at 1,80,000. This is the new goodwill, and the new goodwill, for this we have to pass the adjusting entry by calculating the proportion of gain and sacrifice. The partners also agreed for the following. Number one, the claim for workmen compensation is 1,50,000. Now, the amount in workmen compensation reserve is 1,20,000, but the claim is 1,50,000. That means out of the claim 1,50,000, we can cover up only 1,20,000 from the reserve that we have. Therefore, the 30,000, the balance which is left, will be transferred to revaluation account. Adjustment of capital of the partners according to new profit sharing ratio by opening partners current account. So this B part states that the capital of the partners are to be adjusted in which ratio? In the new ratio. How? By opening partners current account. So we have to make the adjustment through current account, not through the bank account, and the capitals have to be adjusted. So I will be solving the question step by step with you along with the working notes. So let's start with the question. I've already explained it to you. Now we'll start putting it in the revaluation, partners capital and balance sheet. Look at the liability side. First of all, we'll put the opening balances of partners capital account. They are given in the balance sheet, and all the partners, they have a credit balance. So balance brought down of the respective partners will be written on the credit side. So for Ram it is 4 lakh. For Sham it is 4,50,000. For the next one it is 2,50,000, and Hari it is 2 lakh. So we have put the opening capital. There is no accumulated loss on the asset side, so we can omit that. Moving on, the new ratio is given, then the goodwill is given in the question. Now, as far as the goodwill is considered, we need to find out the gaining and the sacrificing ratio. So let's look at the working note. I have made the working note here. Tried to calculate the gaining and sacrificing ratio. Since the old and new ratio were given, we applied the formula old ratio minus new ratio, and we got these answers. The ones who are coming positive, that is for Ram and Mohan, these are the sacrificing partners, and Sohan and Hari, since the answer is coming in negative, they are the gaining partners. Since there are these four partners, from this situation, it is clear that the gaining partners are going to compensate the sacrificing partners, and the ratio is 3:1. So Sohan will compensate Ram and Mohan in the ratio of 3:1, and Hari will compensate Ram and Mohan in the ratio of 3:1. Since Sohan and Hari are the gaining partners, so therefore they are debited, and they are going to compensate Ram and Mohan in the ratio of 3:1. Please note that this ratio is very important at the time of posting of the transaction. So have a look at the journal entry again. So now what do we have to do? We have to post this entry to partners capital account. Now, Sohan and Hari are debited in the name of Ram and Mohan. So on the debit side, we will write to Ram capital, to Mohan capital. I hope it was Mohan only. Yes, Ram and Mohan. Sohan and Hari are to be debited in the name of Ram and Mohan. So on the debit side, I've written Ram and Mohan. Now on the credit side, I will write Sohan and Hari. So on the credit side, I'm going to write Sohan capital and Hari capital. Okay, so this I've written. Now, as we calculated in the gaining ratio, Sohan will compensate Ram and Mohan in the ratio of 3:1. Now, the amount that is to be debited to Sohan's account is 18,000. So, when we look at the capital account on the debit side, in case of Ram has to get 54,000. So, this 54,000 will be given in the ratio of 3:1. This 54,000 will be given in the ratio of 3:1, because on the debit side of partners capital account, we have written Ram and Mohan, but the amount has to go into the Sohan's capital and Hari's capital, but the ratio will be 3:1. So the amounts have been divided in the ratio of 3:1. I'm repeating. So Ram and Mohan have been written on the debit side. Now under the partner's capital, since Sohan had to be debited, so in the ratio of 3:1, when you divide, the amount comes to 13,500 and 40,500. In case of Mohan, again we divide in the ratio of 3:1, which amounts to 4,500 and 13,500. So basically this is 54,000 divided and this is 18,000 divided. So total, if you see, this is 18,000 and this one is 54,000. Now on the credit side, again we have written by Sohan, by Hari. Okay, so again in the ratio of 3:1, when we divide, the amounts will be 13,500 and 4,500, and in case of Hari, Ram and Mohan will be credited with 40,500 and 13,500. So these are basically the adjustment entries for goodwill, where the amount has been divided in the ratio of 3:1 while posting. So the posting for goodwill has been done. Moving on. The claim for workmen compensation has been estimated at 1,50,000. We have a reserve of 1,20,000. That means out of this 1,50,000, only 1,20,000 can be recovered from the workmen compensation reserve that we had, resulting into the fact that the reserve will not be distributed between the partners, but there will be a part of liability which could not be covered from the reserve, which means it is an increase in liability. So increase in liability is always shown on the debit side. So to claim for workmen compensation, the difference 30,000 is mentioned on the debit side of revaluation account. The last line or adjustment that is given here is adjust the capitals of the partners according to new ratio by opening partners current account. That means they have asked us to adjust their capitals in new ratio, and adjustment to be done through current accounts. Now no further adjustment is given. That means it is safe for us to close our revaluation account. Now we can do that. So 30,000 is the greater total. I write it on both sides. That means the balancing figure is also 30,000. Since the balancing figure is coming on the credit side, that means this is the loss transferred to partners capital. And who are the partners? Ram, Mohan, Sohan and Hari. So these are the partners. The 30,000 amount of loss will be distributed between them in the old ratio, amounting to 12,000, 9,000, 6,000 and 3,000. So the loss was distributed between the partners, and we'll simultaneously transfer it to partners capital account also to revaluation. Now we'll transfer the loss to the debit side of revaluation account. So this is 12, sorry, 12,000, 9,000, 6,000 and 3,000. So we have transferred the loss also on the debit side. This much is done. Now we are only left with the adjustment of capital. Now let's look at the working note I made for that. Total capital we need to ascertain. The steps which I just told you were, first you need to ascertain the total capital, then you need to divide it into the new ratio. So first point I've done here, total capital is equal to capital of all partners minus loss on revaluation, that is 12 lakh 70. This 13 lakh I've taken from the balance sheet and 30,000 is the amount of loss. So our total capital is 12 lakh 70, which has been distributed between the partners in their new ratio 1:2:3:4. So the balances which we get, these are basically the closing balances of partners capital account. Normally we calculate the closing balances by balancing the capital account, that is by subtracting the debit total from the credit total, we find out the balancing figure. But in this question, when we do the adjustment of capital, the closing balance is ascertained by applying the formula of total capital and dividing it into the new ratio. So going back to the question, I already know the closing balances. So to balance carried down, which we normally calculate by balancing, is already available to me by making certain calculations, calculating the total capital and dividing that into the new ratio. So this gives me 1,27,000, 2,54,000, then 3,81,000 and finally 5,08,000. So these are the closing capitals that are given to me in the question. Now what we need to do, see obviously both sides are not equal, so we need to do the balancing. So we'll do the balancing for each partner one by one. Let's take up Ram now. In case of Ram, on the credit side we have 4 lakh, 13,500 and 40,500, and on the debit side we have only 12,000 and 1,27,000. So obviously the credit side is greater, so we'll write the credit total here 4,54,000. We'll write the credit total both sides 4,54,000. From the credit total we'll subtract the debit side total, that is 1,27,000 and 12,000 will be subtracted, giving us the balancing figure of 3,15,000. Okay, now in case of Mohan also, again if you notice, our credit side total is greater, it amounts to 4,68,000. So obviously it is the greater total to be written on both sides, 4,68,000. From this we subtract 9,000 and 2,54,000 and we get the balancing figure, that is 2,05,000. Now in case of Sohan, if you notice, the debit total is greater. So it can be either ways. Either the debit total will be greater or the credit total will be greater. So the debit total is greater. So I'm going to write here 4,05,000, and since it is the greater total, I'll write it on both sides 4,05,000. From this 4,05,000, I will subtract 2,50,000 and I'll get my balancing figure, that is 1,55,000. Again in case of Hari also, the debit total seems greater, that is 5,65,000. Again the greater total to be written on both sides 5,65,000. From this we subtract the 2 lakh and therefore we get the balancing figure, which is 3,65,000. So these are the balancing figures. Now since it was written in the question that the balancing is to be done through partner's current account, so I will write here by partner's current account. Similarly here also I will write, since this is on the debit side, so to partner's current account. So the adjustment of capital has been made, but additional capital has not been withdrawn or introduced by cash. The adjustment has been made through the current account. So our partner's capital is done and made. Now we move on to the last part of the question, that is the balance sheet. Now for making the balance sheet, again we'll look at the balance sheet. First we need to write the capital account balances. So I am writing a short form here, please don't do that. So capital balances for Ram, for Mohan, for Sohan and for Hari. So which capital account balances do we write? Now here we write the new balances. They were 1 lakh. I will write it inside only. That's the correct way actually. You need to write the capitals inside and then the total outside. So 1,27,000 for Ram. For Mohan it is 2,54,000. These are the balances that we calculated from the working note. You remember we put it in the partner's capital account directly. So these are those ones. And for Hari it was 5,08,000. So we've put the balances here. The total capital of the firm is 12,70,000. This much is done. Now we have to make the treatment for current account balances. These were the current accounts were the ones through which we have done the adjustment of capital. Now let's have a look at our partner's capital account. Now I'll just tell you a trick on how you will not get confused about where to put the balance. Now please look. In case of Sohan and Hari, the current account balances are mentioned on the credit side, right? That means Sohan and Hari's capital is credited in the name of current account. So if Sohan and Hari's capital is credited, that means current account have a debit balance. So that means since they have a debit balance, they should be mentioned on the asset side. So on the asset side, we will mention this 1,55,000 and 3,65,000, Sohan and Hari. So moving on, I will write here current account. So Sohan and in case of Hari, the amounts were 1,55,000 and let's check the other one. It was 3,65,000. So I've written the amounts here. Please remember, since this current account appeared on the credit side, that's why it had a debit balance and therefore we have shown it on the asset side. Other than that, you can remember that you just transfer it from the CR side directly down to the balance sheet in the asset side. That's just a random way of remembering. Now looking at the current accounts on the debit side, again in case of Ram and Mohan, it is mentioned on the debit side. That means Ram and Mohan's capital account are debited in the name of current account. So therefore the current account will have a credit balance. Credit balance, therefore it is to be shown on the liability side. So Ram and Mohan, in case of Ram and Mohan, the current account will be shown on the liability side. So Ram and Mohan, let's check the amounts first. 3,15,000 and 2,05,000. So 3,15,000. I'm sorry, I had to write it here. 3,15,000 and 2,05,000. So this was Mohan. Right, so we'll just check it from the account again. So Ram and Mohan, the current account had to be credited. That is, on the liability side, we should have written 3,15,000 and 2,05,000, which we have already written. So that is done. Now moving on, we also had a liability for workmen compensation. That was 1,50,000. So claim for workmen compensation, total the liability is to be mentioned here. Please note, I am not writing 30,000 here because the full liability is to be written here. This will be a liability for future. Therefore, full 1,50,000 has been written here. Now moving on to the asset side, let's have a look at the asset side. The fixed assets which are given are, so there is no change, no revaluations in the assets, whether it is fixed asset or current asset. So we'll straight away write the amounts 9 lakh, and in case of current assets it is 5,20,000. So after we put everything here, then we need to do the balancing of our balance sheet, and when we do the totaling, basically we get 19,40,000 on the liability side and 19,40,000 on the asset side. Our balance sheet is tallying, so therefore our question is correct. That means we have not done any error. Please remember the tips that I gave you in the question, that never make one account separately. Try to do the questions simultaneously. Try to make all the accounts simultaneously and then proceed to the balancing of the accounts and the totaling of the balance sheet. Also, in this question, a new concept was taught, that is the adjustment of capital. For that, you have to remember that you need to calculate the total capital first, divide it in the new ratio, calculate the balance carried down, mention it here, then find out the balancing figure. It can come either on the debit side or on the credit side. Then depending upon the question, you either adjust it through current accounts or through bank account. If this was not written in the question, by opening current account, we would have written to bank and by bank here. So that is also a possibility. Now another question should come to your mind, that if current account is not mentioned here, to bank is written, then what? Then the bank account will get adjusted. If the bank account comes on the credit side, this means the more amount is coming into the bank. And if it comes on the debit side, that means amount is being withdrawn from the bank. So this side means plus and this side means minus. After doing this plus and minus, then we will show it in the balance sheet. So in this video, we have talked about change in PSR, the adjustment of capital, where the capitals are adjusted in the new profit sharing ratio and the balances are transferred either to the capital account, current account or the bank account. We understood this with the help of an example. I hope that's clear to you. If you liked my content, please like my video and subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell button in case you want to get notified. In case of any queries or comments, either email me on my email ID or leave a comment in the comment section below. Thank you so much for being so patient.